What's good, everybody, and welcome back to the UGA Hoops Dynasty here on College Hoops 2K8. Coming off of a SEC tournament win, finishing the season 24-9, we go from a projected 7th seed moving up to a projected 3rd. Taking a look at the snapshot of our season, we won 9 of our last 10 games. We went 10-4 versus the top 25, 12-5 on the road, which is huge. 13-7 versus RPI 1 through 50, 51 through 100, 1-0, 101 through 200, 5-2, and 201 plus 5-0. We have an RPI rating of our own of 15. In my opinion, we should be ranked, but we are currently non-ranked so far in the season. Season averages, we average 73 points a game, 45% from the field, 35% from 3, 67% from the line, 33 rebounds a game, 15 assists a game, 10 steals a game with 5 blocks. Taking a look at our team leaders, Sam Gay's name is all over everything. Points per game, rebounds per game, steals per game, field goal percentage, 3-point shooting percentage, you name it, he's our guy. And taking a look at our offensive efficiency, top 10 in our conference, defensive efficiency, number 1. Now we're getting ready for Selection Sunday to see where we'll be seated.
Good evening and welcome. I'm Greg Gumbel here with my partner Clark Kellogg, bringing you the 2K Sports NCAA Selection Show. We're all set to show you the seedings and pairings, so get out your bracket sheet, get those pencils ready. Here are the basics. Of the 65 available tournament bids, 31 are automatically given to conference champions. The tournament committee hands out the remaining 34 bids on an at-large basis. An opening round game will take place on Tuesday night to narrow the field to 64 teams. But before we unveil the brackets for this season, here's a look at the final top 25 media poll of the season. The media rankings are what everyone's been following for the last 4 months. But in just a minute, the selection committee's opinion is going to be the only one that matters. We've seen them break away from the national rankings in the past, and it won't be long before we find out if the committee's done it again. Now let's take a look at the NCAA tournament bubble and see which teams are sitting at home with their fingers crossed, hoping to see their name in the brackets. There are a lot of worthy candidates among these 10 teams. Clark, which of these bubble teams stands out to you right now?
Duquesne has been up and down this year, and it's a matter of which part of their schedule the committee wants to look at, the up part or the down part.
You got that right, and who else might be in the same position?
Vanderbilt
put together a solid season, but their record just isn't impressive enough to make them a no-brainer bid. If the committee doesn't give weight to their tough conference, they could be out of luck.
I'm sure it's been a long week for those teams, but the wait's almost over. The NCAA Selection Committee has finished its meeting, and we're ready to unveil the top 4 seeds in this year's tournament. The North Carolina Tar Heels are the top overall seed, and they will play in the East Regional. They begin the tournament as the dominant team in college basketball. They've been ranked number 1 in the media poll for the past 13 weeks. Let's see if they can live up to everyone's expectation. On to the second number 1 seed, who will play in the South Regional. The Arizona Wildcats are seeking their 2nd NCAA championship in school history. The Memphis Tigers are our 3rd number 1 seed, and they'll play in the Midwest Regional. They're back in the tournament again, and no doubt they'll be feeding off the experience of last year's appearance as they try to get to the Final Four this year. And finally, our 4th number 1 seed will play in the West Regional. The Gonzaga Bulldogs are in the tournament field as a number 1 seed for the first time in the history of their program. Now, here's how the brackets shape up based on where the number 1 seeds have been assigned. In one national semifinal game, the winner of the East Regional will play the winner of the South Regional. In the other semifinal game, the winner of the Midwest Regional will play the winner of the West Regional. Those games will be played on Saturday, April 4th. Then it'll be on to the national championship game on Monday night, April 6th. Anything shocking to you about those picks?
Well, when you see the selection committee deviate from the top 4 teams in the media poll, it's a little surprising. They've opened themselves up to some criticism with these picks.
So, with the number 1 seeds out of the way, it's finally time to tackle the rest of the bracket. First up, we take a look at the East Regional. The North Carolina Tar Heels are the top seed, finishing at 31-1. They were winners of the regular season championship in the ACC. They will take on the winner of the opening round play-in game between Southern, with 14 wins, and Northwestern State from the Southland Conference. And now, the number 8 seed, the Colorado Buffaloes, come into the tournament after finishing 7th in their conference during the regular season and were losers in their first game at their conference tournament. They're going to play the number 9 seed, the DePaul Blue Demons, who came in first in their conference tournament, finishing at 24-11. Kansas comes in as the number 5 seed, finishing at 22-9. And they will take on the 12th seed from the Atlantic Sun Conference, the Belmont Bruins, with 21 wins. Creighton enters the field as the number 4 seed from the Missouri Valley Conference. This will be their 23rd appearance in the NCAA tournament in team history. They'll be getting ready to face the number 13 seed, the LaSalle Explorer, finished the season with 18 wins.
The Creighton Blue Jays have more to prove than any other team in this tournament. They haven't had a lot of experience in the tournament recently, so it's difficult to say exactly how they'll handle it. They've shown they're capable of playing with the best teams in the nation during the regular season. Now they need to show they belong with those teams come tournament time.
The Purdue Boilermakers are in as the number 6 seed. They'll be taking on the number 11 seed, the St. Louis Billiken, with 23 wins. Duke comes in as the number 3 seed, finishing at 23-8. Furman comes in to face them at number 14 with 17 wins in the tournament championship of the Southern Conference. Our number 7 seed is from the SEC. The Arkansas Razorbacks were rewarded for their outstanding play this season with an at-large bid and a ticket to the Big Dance. They are going to play the number 10 seed, the Duquesne Dukes, who finished second in their conference tournament, finishing at 23-12. Next up is the number 2 seed. The Baylor Bears have established themselves as one of the best teams from the Big 12. They'll be going up against the number 15 seed, the Florida Atlantic Owls, with 17 wins. This will be their second appearance in the NCAA tournament in school history. Some of the lower seeds in this bracket have the ability to not only compete with the high seeds, but win a few games. Potential for a Cinderella or two in this bracket is definitely there. Next up, we'll take a look at the South Regional. The Arizona Wildcats are the top seed, finishing at 27-3. They were winners of the regular season championship in the Pac-10. They'll take on the away team, the number 16 ranked team. This is their 6th appearance in the NCAA tournament in the history of their school. San Diego State comes in as the number 8 seed, finishing at 23-9. Mississippi State comes in to face them at number 9 with 19 wins and a legion of loyal fans just dying for some tournament success. Texas A&M enters the field as the number 5 seed from the Big 12. This is their 15th appearance ever in the NCAA tournament. They'll be getting ready to face the number 12 seed, the St. Mary's Gale, who finished the season with 19 wins.
The Texas A&M Aggies are a team that is just so powerful and strong up front. I would put their front court up against just about any other teams in the nation right now. It's always good to have strong guard play, but if you ask most coaches, I guarantee you they take the good big man over the good little man most times. Their interior play should serve them very well in this competition.
Notre Dame comes in as the number 4 seed, finishing at 24-10. They'll take on the 13th seed from the Missouri Valley Conference, the Wichita State Shocker, with 16 wins. And now the number 6 seed, the Ole Miss Rebels, come into the tournament after finishing 7th in their conference during the regular season and were quarterfinalists in their conference tournament. They are going to play the number 11 seed, the Bucknell Bison, who came in first in their conference tournament, finishing at 25-7. The Auburn Tigers are in as the number 3 seed. They'll be taking on the number 14 seed, the away team, with 19 wins. Next up is the number 7 seed. The Utah Utes have established themselves as one of the best teams from the Mountain West Conference. They'll be going up against the number 10 seed, the Virginia Cavaliers, with 17 wins. They return once more to the very familiar surroundings of the NCAA tournament. Our number 2 seed is from the SEC. The Tennessee Volunteers were rewarded for their outstanding play this season with an at-large bid and a ticket to the Big Dance. They're going to play the number 15 seed, the Winthrop Eagles, who came in first in their conference tournament, finishing at 15-13. There are going to be some incredible matchups in the later rounds of this bracket. If the top seeds can avoid the early upsets, we can look forward to some real heavyweight battles. On to our third bracket of the day. Let's take a look at the Midwest Regional. The Memphis Tigers are the top seed, finishing at 31-3. They won both the regular season and conference tournament titles in Conference USA. They'll take on the Portland State Vikings, the number 16 ranked team. This is their 3rd appearance all time in the NCAA tournament. Our number 8 seed is from the Mountain West Conference. The Brigham Young Cougars were rewarded for their outstanding play this season with an at-large bid and a ticket to the Big Dance. They're going to play the number 9 seed, the Wisconsin Badgers, who were semifinalists in their conference tournament, finishing at 24-8. The Villanova Wildcats are in as the number 5 seed. They'll be taking on the number 12 seed, the UC Davis Aggies with 20 wins. Georgia enters the field as the number 4 seed from the SEC. This marks their 13th appearance all-time in the NCAA tournament. They'll be getting ready to face the number 13 seed, the Morehead State Eagles. Finished the season with 18 wins.
The Georgia Bulldogs have got to be among the group of teams that has a chance to win the whole thing. I love the way they play on both ends of the floor. I'd be shocked if they don't at least advance from their bracket to the Final Four. But more than that, I think they've got a legitimate shot to win some hardware.
LSU comes in as the number 6 seed, finishing at 21-10. And they take on the 11th seed from the MAC, the Toledo Rockets, with 24 wins. And now the number 3 seed, the Oklahoma Sooners, come into the tournament first in their conference during the regular season and were losers in their first game at their conference tournament. They are going to play the number 14 seed, the George Mason Patriots, who came in first in their conference tournament, finishing at 19-12. Next up is the number 7 seed, the Maryland Terrapins, have established themselves as one of the best teams from the ACC. They'll be going up against the number 10 seed, the Vanderbilt Commodores, with 19 wins. This marks their 16th appearance ever in the NCAA tournament. Oregon comes in as the number 2 seed, finishing at 26-7. Yale comes in to face them at number 15 with 16 wins and the regular season championship of the Ivy League. It's the first question every selection Sunday: which is the toughest bracket? Well, this bracket looks to me like it wins that prize this year. Not only are the top seeds strong, the lower seeds can be dangerous as well. And finally, let's have a look at the West Regional. The Gonzaga Bulldogs are the top seed, finishing at 29-4. They were winners of the regular season championship in the West Coast Conference. They'll take on the Rider Broncs, the number 16 ranked team. This marks their 4th appearance in the NCAA tournament in team history. Next up is the number 8 seed. The Rhode Island Rams are the regular season champions from the A-10 Conference. They'll be going up against the number 9 seed, the Houston Cougars, with 21 wins. They return once more to the very familiar surroundings of the NCAA tournament. Kentucky comes in as the number 5 seed, finishing at 21-12. And they will take on the 12th seed from the WAC, the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs, with 21 wins. Oklahoma State comes in as the number 4 seed, finishing at 25-8. Iowa comes in to face them at number 13 with 21 wins in the tournament championship of the Big Ten. Our number 6 seed is from the Pac-10. The USC Trojans were rewarded for their outstanding play this season with an at-large bid and a ticket to the Big Dance. They are going to play the number 11 seed, the away team, who came in first in their conference tournament, finishing at 23-8. The Alabama Crimson Tide are in as the number 3 seed. They'll be taking on the number 14 seed, the Maine Black Bears, with 19 wins. And now the number 7 seed, the Colorado State Rams, come into the tournament first in their conference during the regular season and were winners of their conference tournament. They are going to play the number 10 seed, finishing at 21-11. Louisville enters the field as the number 2 seed from the Big East. It's yet another appearance in the brackets for a school that's no stranger to the NCAA tournament. They'll be getting ready to face the number 15 seed. The away team finished the season with 18 wins.
The Louisville Cardinals are a team I love watching play. They've been one of the highest scoring teams in the country, and I don't see any reason for them to slow down during the tournament. If they can dictate the tempo of a game and force the other team to run with them, they are very hard to deal with. I wouldn't put it past these guys to make a run this year.
Looking into the future a little bit, this bracket looks poised for a titanic matchup in the regional final. If the top 2 seeds can take care of business in the first 3 rounds, we have the possibility of a classic Elite 8 meeting. What are your thoughts on our top 16 seeds, Clark?
Maybe I haven't agreed with the selection committee every year, but I think they did a great job this time. The top 16 looked just about right to me.
Louisville might be a number 2 seed, but they have as much talent as any other team out there. If they can figure out how to gel together this tournament, they'll have a good chance at a title.
Now, let's bring the conference picture into focus. The SEC gets 10 teams. The Big 12 with 6, 5 out of the Big East. The ACC gets 4 teams.
What a down year for the non-power conferences. We're used to seeing at least one of those conferences compete on the level of the power conferences, but not this year.
It's too bad we didn't see more small conference schools in the tournament. None of those conferences got more than 1 team in the tourney, and I don't expect any David and Goliath stories out of the teams that did get in.
I'm surprised there were so few bids for the teams in Conference USA. It was an especially disappointing year for that conference. Usually you can count on a few of the nation's elite teams coming out of there, but but this was a season where very few of those teams could maintain any type of positive momentum.
Let's come back to the bubble teams that we mentioned earlier in the show and see which of the teams were able to get into the tournament.
Duquesne did themselves a big favor with their hot finish. They were really on the roll, and the committee would much rather hand out bids to teams that are playing well now, not the ones that were hot in December.
While they start prepping for their first-round games, the 5 teams on the other side of the page will be full-time students again.
Fresno State
Is a good team, but sometimes that's just not enough if you don't come from a power conference. This'll sting, but I'm sure they'll use the snub as motivation for next year's season.
All right, Clark, now that we know all the teams and matchups, time to get the tournament underway and let the madness take over.
Greg, let's throw the ball up right now. I can't wait to get started. I hope this is an NCAA tournament that gives a lot of those special moments that stay with us for years to come.
For my partner Clark Kellogg and for all of us here in the 2K Sports Studios, I'm Greg Gumbel. Thanks for joining us on the NCAA Selection Show, brought to you by State Farm, the #1 auto insurer. Enjoy all the excitement of the NCAA tournament.
All right, boys, so you see who our first round matchup is. It's going to be 18-11, Morehead State from the Ohio Valley Conference. If I had to guess, they won their conference championship. That's why they're in the tournament. Take a look at their top scorer, Johnny Broome, 22 points a game, 6'10", sophomore power forward is who we definitely have to keep our eyes on.
Get ready for college hoops on 2K Sports. The Morehead State Eagles face off against the Georgia Bulldogs. Welcome, basketball fans, to the first round of March Madness. We're here at the John M. Huntsman Center. I'm Vern Lundquist, here with Bill Raftery and Tracy Wolfson. What's your take on this, Bill?
I'll really be watching the matchup at the 4 spot. Pace is one of the strongest power forwards in the country. This guy is a defensive powerhouse. This is the kind of guy you just love to have on your team. Number 50, he's also a star at the power forward position. He really excels at crashing the boards. He's one of those guys that just has a nose for the ball. Both looking to lead their teams to a win.
All right, boys, so March Madness is officially underway here, and we're going to go real fast in this game. Working to Tim Pace, who spins on the block, gets his first layup to go. But that's where things are kind of stopped here early on, as Morehead State did not come to play as they get another basket down low. In transition, they get another basket in the paint where we continue to struggle. Cooper wide open for 3, knocks that down, and we find ourselves down 9 points here in this game as we give up another lay. Now, here we are working, trying to stay in this game. Jabri catches a lob from Tyson Butts. We throw another long pass to Sam Gay just to try to get things going as we are ending the first half here. Tim Pace gets himself a nice slam. And our defense actually showing up, something they didn't really do a lot in the first half, man. And we got just 10 seconds left here. And we're just trying to find a way to end the first half on a positive note. Tim Pace with the spin there. Doesn't get a good shot. We get the screen. Step back tray ball from Gomer Church is going to roll off the rim. And we're going into the locker room down 7 here, boys. And we're not shooting great, just 33% from the field, 0 for 9 from 3. Sam Gates having a great game, 8 and 6 with 2 steals in the first half, but we got to try to find a way to get everybody else to get on the same page. Now, running the pick and roll, Gomer Church hits Tim Pace for a dunk. You know that's our bread and butter play. We have to work through our bigs. Tim Pace working with a spin on the block, getting that layup to go down 5 in transition. Tyson Butts hits Gomer Church for a left-hand lay, and we play great defense down there. That one is alligator arm. Down 3, Gomer Church pushing the rock, surveying, trying to get a good shot, working his way into the paint, doesn't get that one to go. Original's on the board, and he's going to follow that up, and that puts us down just 1. Now on the defensive side of the ball, 8 minutes left here in the second half. Gomer Church playing great defense. Tim Pace is going to pick that one up, trying to get to the rack. He's going to slam it home, and we get our first lead in a long time in this game. But Morehead State is not intimidated by us or our 4th seed as Cooper knocks down yet another tray ball, and we're down 2. Now down 4 here in the second half. In transition, Morehead State, Dixon working his way to the basket and 1. He's going to go to the line, man. That's going to end up being the State Farm Insurance drive of the game. Coast to coast, man, we got to play better defense in transition. He's, of course, going to finish that and get 3 the hard way, and we are now down 7 once again. Now down 5, Jabri Abdul-Rahim way downtown, knocking that down. One thing about our bigs, they can really pass off the block. Tim Pace trying to spin, doesn't get that to go. He's going to throw a skip pass to Jabri. Jabri wide open once again. That was off Sam Gay with the board. He's going to go ahead and finish it, and that puts us up 1. Picking back up here out of the timeout, we miss a layup. Morehead State running in transition. Somebody's got to stop ball. We do a very poor job of doing that. Potter's going to find his man down low, and right now we're switching baskets. Great defense from Tim Pace. Still down 40-41. Gomer Church slows it down a little bit, waiting for his bigs, working to the basket. He's going to kick that up to Tim Pace. Tim Pace way downtown. That one is off, so we don't get that to go. Trying to play great defense here, and we go for the trap. They find an open man. Everybody needs to fill back in and find one. We go back with another trap. Hall shoots the midi. That one's off. Sam Gay was up there on the trap, gets back on defense. Gets back in the paint to get the board. You love to see it. Looking to reward him. He's running the floor way downtown. Can't get that one to go. Tyson Butts on the board, though, and he's going to flip that one high off the glass, and we are back up one. Still same score, 42-41, working around the screen. Redding throws that one down low. That one is short. A lot of contests down low. Shout out to our guys playing defense and slow things up a little bit here. Gomer Church surveying, looking for Sam Gay, trying to work on the block. He can't get anything to go. He's going to kick that back out to Jabri. Back to Gomer Church. Gomer Church slowing it up. Sees not a lot of time left in this game. Pick and roll. Tim Pace misses it, and Sam Gay is going to clean that up, putting us up 3. Morehead State throws a lob. They're just back down 1. We're playing the free throw game now, and Gomer Church is going to knock down the first one, knock down the second one. We still got a 3-point lead. 3 seconds left. No timeout for Morehead State. They push that one up. Johnny Broom way downtown is short, and we are going to survive our first round game, 46-43. First Morehead State. Sam Gay is going to be a player of the game with a 14-point double-double, 13 boards, 2 steals. He really carried this team. Second round matchup is going to be against the Villanova Wildcats, who are 25-7, 15-3 in conference this year, and they're a number 5 seed out of the Big East. Jumping straight into this game. Once again, we're going to work on the post. Sam Gay with a board. He's too big for everybody down there. He's going to put that one right back up. Up 2-0 here, running the pick and roll with Sam Gay. We hit him in stride. He's going to put the layup, and he's going to get that one to go. Sam Gay on the block once again, finding a wide open Tim Pace. That one's off. We get the board, and he's going to finish it, clean up once again. Sam Gay is really outdoing himself, and we're killing him on offensive boards as Tim Pace gets a board of his own. Gomer Church calling for the screen and roll. He's going to hit Tim Pace, who's in the dead zone, and that's too easy as we are abusing with the Wildcats down low. Gomer Church way downtown. Good look. He liked it. Doesn't go. Calls for another screen and roll. He gets another slither of space. Lets it go. Bang. He knocks that one down. 2 for the price of 1 as we get it to go. We're up 3, and of course the Villanova Wildcats are not going to lay down and die. Take a look at the Wildcats working in the half court. They're going to find Vasquez. That ball touches every part of the rim, but it rolls home. And we're going to kick it to Jabri wide open in the corner. That's off, but Sam Gay continues to eat on the boards. He gets that layup to go. Down 2 off the trap. Sam Gay forcing the steal in transition, throwing one down. The reverse slam, tying the ball game back up. And now just 11 seconds here in the first half. We trap once again. Jabri Abdul-Rahim is going to slam that one home, and that's going to give us a 2-point lead heading into the locker room, man. Once again, a low-scoring game. We're not shooting the greatest, just 33% to their 44%. I think free throws is what kept us in this game and gave us the lead, but we have got to find a way to knock down our shots. But winning games is the name of the game, and Sam Gay, once again, 10-7 at the half, and he's the reason why we are doing what we're doing. Now, in transition, Villanova gets off to a fast start. They're up 3 here in the second half. 7 minutes left. Gomer Church calling for the screen and roll. He sees Tim Pace head into the basket. He's going to get it easy dunk. We're down 1. Gomer Church step back once again, pick and roll. Beautiful dime to Tim Pace. Easy dunk. Working down low. Tim Pace with a block. Butts tries to throw the outlet. That ball is stolen. But Original with a block. Once again, playing great defense. Gomer Church slowing things up a little bit. Let's let everybody get up court. And we witness the mismatch on the post. Tim Pace misses the first layup, gets his own board, and he's going to clean it up. Up 1 here in the second half. Another trap. Gomer Church working his way to the basket. The right-hand lay made it a little bit more difficult than I felt like it needed to be, but it's all good. Villanova ties the ball game up with a 3. Jabri comes down with a 3 of his own. He gave him a chance to close out on defense. They took forever. Up 1, under 2 minutes left here. Looking to get an easy basket. You know, for easy baskets, we usually go to our bigs, but a pump fake for Jabri. He gets to the rack, and that's going to put us up 3 here with a minute left. And the Wildcats are running out of time, and they know it. They're looking to go for the gusto, and they're trying to get a 3. They get their own board. They give it back to Patterson for another 3. That one is off again. Sam Gay on the board, and here we are with under 40 seconds. Working the ball through Tim Pace, playing through him, seeing what we can get him to do. He's been eating down low. He gets what he wants. He finds Jabri wide open way downtown. Bang! And that puts us up 6 here late. And that is going to be the final score, 43-37, as we win this game by 6. Sam Gay, back-to-back players of the game. Another double-double, 11 points, 11 boards, 1 block, 3 steals. We are moving on to the Sweet 16. Now, here in the Sweet 16, we will be taking on the 9 seed, 26-8 Wisconsin Badgers out of the Big Ten. And on paper, boys, we match up pretty damn good, so this could be a pretty good game. And we're going to jump in about halfway through the first half, pick and roll with Wright Original. He's going to get dunked. Now, one thing about this team is going to get us in trouble, man, as we go along. Our bench, our depth, we lack a lot, and we don't score really well with the second unit as Jabri Abdul-Rahim tries to dribble, loses that one off his legs out of bounds. Gomer Church pump fake, getting to the rack, left-hand lay, and we are in control of this game. Heading into the locker room, 19-11. Not a lot of high-scoring games. I did move the time from like 13 or 14 minutes to 10. That way we can get more games in an episode. But we're shooting 50% at half to their 22%, and I'm loving where we are right now. Jabri gets beat off the dribble the very first play of the second half, but he's going to come back down and he's going to give us points of our own as he knocks down the tray. Tim Pace finds Jabri wide open once again, gets that one to go, nothing but nylon. And here we are, up 8, pick and roll. Tim Pace catching the body, nobody wants to contest. Up 10, Gomer Church working, surveying, finds Jabri wide open in the corner once again. That one is good. We are up 13, now up 10. Gomer Church pick and roll with Tim Pace. Easy pass, and he's going to get that one to go down. Here we are, up 9. Tim Pace working. He's going to throw the skip to Jabri wide open. Mama, there goes that man as he gets that one to go. And we are in control of this game. We win this one by double digits, 43-30. Gomer Church is going to be your player of the game. 13 points, 2 for 2 from 3, 6 assists. But in my mind, the true player of the game is going to be Jabri Abdul-Rahim, who was 4 for 9 from the field, 4 for 8 for 3, and quite frankly, the main reason why we were able to win this game. Now, our Elite 8 matchup is set for us to take on our SEC foe, LSU. Will we be able to get into the Final Four, or will we fold under the pressure?
Hey. Niggas want me to lose, but I can't. I've been stacking this shit to the ceiling. Know some niggas with bodies, and it ain't no probably. We never speak on them killers. Everybody on my block gon' get them some money. It's only a couple of drillers. I've been fucking them hoes, man. Them bitches ain't nobody. Boy, get the fuck out your feelings. Drop my son off to school in the morning. After that, headed straight to the bank. Nigga,